Welcome to the wedding of Paul Levasseur and Katrina Hillier. Interesting situation we have is we're not able to be with everyone who'd like to be here, but there's a lot of people who are watching right now. And we're so very thankful for that. The key word, I believe, as we're looking at this day and the relationship that you're able to share together, the key word is love. How thankful I am that we have a God who is a God of love. Now, we begin thinking of that love. As I mentioned, there's a lot of people who would love to be with you right now, both of you. And we also know that the love that your children have for each of you too. And we know as well that the love that we have as for physical families, as we love each other as a physical family, and that we're going to be continued to grow as in that love that we have for each other. So also, of course, this morning, we're looking at the love that you, Katrina and Paul, that you have for each other. But above all, we see the love that God has for us and the love that God desires for us to have for each other. And there's no doubt that we have a God that is all love. In 1 John chapter 4, verses 7 and 8, we see that the importance of love for our fellow Christians or each other. And we read, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, for God is love." You know, I've often asked, what's the opposite of love? You ever thought what the opposite of love is? Most times when I ask that question, I have the response, well, the opposite of love is hate. Well, I believe we're going to find, if you seriously look at love and what love is made out of, you want to find the opposite of love, it's going to be selfishness. Let's consider, as we read in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 7. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy, and love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. If we follow this prescription for love in our lives, it's for husband and wife, for our children as they love their parents and they love each other. You know, this is what love is all about. It's a selfless love. Self does not raise itself above what's important for other people. It does not seek its own. And love requires a total commitment. As Christ loved us and displayed that total commitment in that selflessness as he died on the cross for us, and we too follow that example as we love each other, give up ourselves as well. The greatest example of love, of course, is when God sent his son Jesus to this earth to die for us. And in turn, Jesus gave up his life, showing his love for us as he died for us. So we read in Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 through 8. Let nothing be done through selfish ambition or empty conceit, but in the lowliness of mind, let each esteem others better than himself. So this is what love is about, esteeming others more important than ourselves. And the Philippian writer goes right on to say and describe Jesus Christ in that selfless love. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God did not consider it robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, taking on the form of a bondservant, coming in the likeness of man, and being found in appearance of man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even death on the cross. Key word, it's love. As Christ loved us, as we love each other, as we come close together, we find more and more about the love of God. I was told to keep it short. Without a wedding rehearsal, it's kind of not to know exactly what you expect, but I put together, I guess, the traditional vows that you have. And a little bit, I'm asking, y'all have rings, by the way? We do a ring trading? Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's take the vows first. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And as I read this, then you'll have opportunity to respond. Do you, Paul, take this woman, Katrina, to be your lawful wedded wife, joined together by God to love and respect her, honor and cherish her, in health, in sickness, in prosperity, in adversity, and leaving all others to keep yourself only to her so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Katrina, take this man Paul to be your lawful wedded husband, joined together by God to love and to respect him, honor and cherish him in health, in sickness, in prosperity, in adversity, and leaving all others to keep yourself only to him so long as you both shall live? You've made a vows to each other before a host of people. And as you keep those vows throughout your life, and God will truly, truly bless us. Now, I guess the question is, Paul, do you have a ring?
I do.
Okay.
It's protected too.
Oh, yes. You'll put it on her ring finger, please. And then you can repeat after me. I, Paul, take you, Katrina, to be my wedded wife,
I, Paul, take you, Katrina, to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and hold this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for rich, for poorer,
for rich, for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish until death do us part.
to love and to cherish till death do us part.
Katrina, do you have a ring? It's getting exciting. We're getting closer, aren't we? Katrina, if you'd repeat after me. I, Katrina, take you, Paul, to be my wedded husband,
I, Katrina, take you, Paul, to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or for worse,
for rich, for poor,
for rich or for poor,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish until death do us part.
to love and to cherish till death do us part.
By the authority invested in me by the state of Texas, I now pronounce you man and wife. There's a pause. Paul, you now kiss your bride. May I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Paul and Katrina Lavasa.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
You want to do the blooper thing?
Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit different. You need a pen. Take two.
Now, we won't go through all that again, will we? But
Kiss.
my favorite part, by the authority invested in me by the state of Texas, who also told us to avoid social contact at least 6 feet. Oh, that's not that. I now pronounce you man and wife. You can take off your mask and kiss though. God bless you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody.
You say
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Here's the family. Wave, wave, everybody.
All right.
Goodbye, everybody. God bless.
Wait, what?
Medical professionals.